Fake credit stuff we're doing, we're just gonna do this. We're just gonna do this, do this, and do this. We're just gonna do this.
It's RGC News with your anchors, Pat Nowazik and Jason Velez. Chris White, your political correspondent. The man in the field, Neil Heltzel. And Brandon Beswick with sports. Oh, calm down there, Bez. RGC News, getting down to it.
Hi, I'm Jason Velez.
And I'm Patrick Nowazik.
This is RGC News, getting right down to it.
Let's get right down to it. Lee Street's Magpie closed this Sunday, prompting this reporter to ask, what are hipsters going to argue about now that there are only 32 brunch locations in Richmond?
I guess about 31 other mimosas. A Hopewell man crashes SUV into a Denny's. Onlookers suggested that he had his eyes on a Moons Over My Hammy, but instead ended up with a grand slam.
Well, we've all been there before. Let's take it to Chris with politics.
Thanks, team. From the Hill this week. The GOP warns McAuliffe not to reappoint Roush. House Majority Leader Bill Howell and Senate Majority Leader Thomas Normant vaguely threaten McAuliffe, not implying what they'd do. Much like fat Italian men with no connection to the mafia. Representative McEachin was found as one of 2 Virginia legislators in the Ashley Madison hack. McEachin claimed that he had no idea how that happened. He has no idea how they got hold of his information, like his birthday, his credit card number, his office address, his love for full-figured women, or why the screen name was Big Black Caucus. The redistricting issue in Virginia is still up in the air. Huddled masses of people roam the streets looking for their polling place. That's a joke. We probably only had 30% turnout at the primaries. Nobody cares about local politics. When asked if I could cover national politics, everyone told me, no, let's just stick to the local stuff. Reporting from Virginia's capital, where no one gives a shit, Chris White.
Thanks, Chris.
A local Richmond woman is living in a trash heap off of Broad Street. When asked why she didn't better her situation, she said, what, am I going to move to Oregon Hill?
No one wants to live there. A local man survived 2 separate explosions on the James River on his boat. When asked how he was expected to pay for the $50,000 in damages, he replied, that's not my problem, that's Michael Bay's problem.
Sounds a lot like Bad Boys 2 there. Let's take it to your man in the field, Neil Heltzel.
Neil?
Yeah, I'm the man in the field. I get that. You don't have to send me out to this fucking field every time. It's not like a literal thing. I'm not going to come out here every week. All right. What'd you say? We're rolling? God, tell me when we're rolling. Neil Heltzel here, your man in the field. And that's right, Pat. Everyone is talking about these jellyfish. These jellyfish have made their way into the shores of Israel as well as the eastern Mediterranean, and they have been wrapping their evil tentacles of doom around innocent beachgoers. And as annoying as these jellyfish may be, they may be a precursor to something much larger. The jellyfish made their way to the Mediterranean through the Suez Canal, a plan of attack that no one saw coming, but brought with it other invasive species such as the white-tailed rabbitfish, a fish that can subsist completely on a diet of algae. And if it makes its way to the Mediterranean, much like the jellyfish have, there's no telling the devastation that it can cause. Basically, these species are like Guy Fieri. They move in, they eat up all the food and piss everyone off, and everyone is sad afterwards. Let's take a look at the devastation that these jellyfish are causing. Oh God. Oh, you bastards! You won't get away with this! So that's the story here. More on it as it develops. Back to you guys in the studio. Yeah, why am I talking about jellyfish? I'm in the middle of a fucking field.
Thanks, Neil. A set of quadruplets was recently accepted to Randolph-Macon University, prompting this reporter to wonder, how's their professor supposed to tell them apart?
Is that really news?
I certainly don't think so, but apparently NBC 12 does.
In a little bit of national news, Donald Trump's hairdresser informed the media his hair is made entirely of phloem.
Let me stop you right there, Pat. I believe that's a typo, because here I have flan, the fried yogurt South American treat.
That is on me. Let's cut to Brandon in sports.
That's right, guys. Track and field season has started again for VCU, which means people will be running, jumping, sprinting, and throwing. And in other words, practicing for real sports. Fuck you, Dad. I'll never run track and field. In national news, Kurt Schilling is making waves. Is he telling stories of his past? Or exciting the youth with how to throw perfect pitches? No, friends. He's saying horrible things on Twitter. He recently compared Muslims to Nazis, because that's the same thing. Kurt, looks like that college education of yours is doing wonders. When asked, the rest of the MLB said, "We don't speak English and none of us graduated high school." Thanks, Colin Cowherd. We miss you. In another national news, yet another fan dies at Turner Field, prompting people to say, how bad is Atlanta? Not the team, but rather the city as a whole. When asked for a quote, Ted Turner responded, "Beep, beep, 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 beep. We can carve Confederate generals into the side of a hill." Back to you guys.
Thanks, Brandon. A man from the Sichuan province of China was recently engulfed in a sinkhole, ending in his untimely death. I guess the yuan wasn't the only thing that fell in China this week.
The yuan went down this week in China, allowing us to make a joke about a man dying in a sinkhole.
And now, we're gonna cut to Jordan reading some of our fan mail. Jordan?
Jank X, promising start. Maybe toss a few jokes in next time. Louis Kablooey, audio is rough, hombre. T-Guy 804, keep us updated. I think you guys will progress well. Just remember, keep it natural. Marxist Ingalls, I didn't find that funny at all. Cancelled. I see you. That's fine.
That'll do it for us tonight. I'm Jason Velez.
And I'm Patrick Nowazik.
This has been RGC News, getting right down to it.
And remember, we're watching you,
Watching us.
getting right down to it.